Hello everybody, my name is Swimdude11 and welcome back to Super Cat Bros. In the last episode, we went through, if not the easiest tutorial in the game. Also, every time you go through a gatekeeper, they'll ask you for bells and the panda will give you life advice, then try to charge you. What the man? But anyways, going on from that, there's not much to say. It's water levels. I've never been a fan of water levels. I hate water levels, and swimming with the cats in water is still no fun at all. Bells are still super easy to collect, but what's new there? I will give them, for a design point thing, they do switch up the areas, at least have at least nice thing in the back. I will admit that the clouds in the background, basically moving where you're moving is kind of sloppy. But then again, this is again their first game, and probably, I don't know if this was like their first attempt at actually making a game itself. So I can't really talk them too much, plus I'm not one to talk, I haven't made a game myself, so, and technically I am a programmer, so technically, yeah, I do know how hard it is to actually program shit, so, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm, like, qualified to show you here, but in order to get the second bell here, we do need the blue cat. Which was Suji or something, Sushi, I'm just gonna call him Sushi. Again, some of these names, I'm not good with names, slash just saying them themselves, so if I butcher the names, I am sorry, and Brutus. Oh, apparently, we get Brutus in the second world, but anyways, even if so, I guess if you have missed anything up to this point, you can go back with Brutus. Now, let's see here. So switching out cats, I don't know why they did this, maybe to keep consoles, to keep us, well, mainly probably some from not breaking the game itself, but in order to switch out your cats and stuff, you need to be on a pink platform in order to do it. I don't know if this just gave more leeway to having other cats have to come back so that they're used more, or if Alex had to be the main focus here, but I will say that it's stupid. It was not fun having to rerun back and everything. But as you saw there, if you break all the, like, castles and stuff, the little sand castles, you'll be able to get the second bell. But yeah, going on from there, again, nothing too interesting. The monkeys did blast us down right away and destroyed our little thing, so it kind of is a bit weird not having them be more in the plot. Also, this is another reason why I hate the fact that you have to go back to the pink little stand here just to switch out your characters, just to break them, because if anything, it just was a waste of time just having to go back and everything. And again, that's like the only reason why I say some of these videos might be longer than others, and it will have to do with a bit of backtracking. If it's a lot of backtracking, I'll just cut it out and shit, but yeah, just know that if you're playing this for the first time, do be warned that there is backtracking. And so far, Brutus can break blocks and stuff, and yeah, I don't know, the whole ordeal of playing the third one was super interesting due to the fact that the demo basically had everything that a cat probably should have been able to do, especially like killing enemies. In the second game, you have actually a cat who can do it himself, but none of the other cats can do it, making the third game technically the most enjoyable so far, because all your cats are capable of defending themselves. So yeah, so coming back to the first game here was somewhat jarring, but also was very saddening to see how easy it was. But yeah, they do keep little towns in the area. Granted, they are quite bare bone, and not much is to be said about these. It's nice little cool assets, but I wonder what the development time it was on for this first game. Because if you also did notice that there are a total of not 10 cats, but 8 cats. We also do need the blue cat again for the next two, well, one key and then one bell, which was the only bell in this level. But besides that, as you notice, we have like 8 cats here. But the only reason why we have 8 cats is due to the fact of, well, playability. But I was also going to say there's only 6 worlds, so it's pretty obvious, if not, that only 6 of the cats were actually playable in this game. I tried looking it up to see if there was any information on how to get these guys, but they were never added into the game, which is somewhat interesting. So it makes me wonder if the 2 cats from the second game that are in the second game were meant to be in the first game here, but eventually was scrapped when they were making the second game and wanted to have this completely different from the first game. Because in this game, apparently they're all siblings or something. That's what the Google Play description said, that they were all siblings. And yeah, I don't know how to think about that. All I do know is, yeah, they were siblings, and in the second game, when you booted up the second game, there was a house of little kittens. And I can only assume that was their new brethren / sisters, and yeah, and it just makes me wonder, did they switch up the description of if they were actually siblings? But yeah, with that thought on the side, let's see here. Spiky enemies. They're dangerous. I still hate water levels. Let's see here. Design-wise, so far, you had the red coins. Funny enough, as I said, red coins and shit to collect bells. Then you still do have the timer. But they also didn't implement, what was it, if you complete a level, you get like a little crown or something. There's just a check mark, which indicates you got all the bells and shit. And now we come to our second, minigame. Count the fish. Well, indeed. Yeah, so a simple 4, 7, 9, 12, shit, I lost count. I'm gonna say it was 25? Yeah, let's go! Even when I lost count, I'm still good at guessing. But yeah, pretty simple, easy levels. There's not really much to talk about here. We got 2 more levels to go through. This is the level where we do get sushi. I'm now calling the cat Sushi. It will probably tell me a bit later and I'll know the name. I'll probably still butcher it either way, but yeah. So I went back for Brutus right away because, as you can see, the bell is behind some blocks. God knows if we had the other cats here, that this game would probably be only like about a 30-minute game if we had the abilities from the third game. God, this would only, I would say this would only take an hour. Yeah, I would say this would only take an hour. Like, the only time I think I would ever need to switch is for the new cat's ability. So far, the first and second world has, if not the most simplest areas so far with cats. Granted, it's also an ideal of how we should both get Sushi and Brutus right off the bat. Brutus having his block breaking thing, which makes him a pretty non-negotiable cat, because going back to the second game, you actually are able to break blocks itself, which makes Brutus' ability kind of useless. So it does make me wonder what his... I think he was in the... Actually, was he cut? I actually don't remember if he was cut or not. I could be wrong, but I don't think he was cut. And if he wasn't cut, I do wonder what he'll bring to the table. If it isn't obvious, I haven't finished the second game. Actually, I had to restart the game from start and had to play through the beginning again because my phone ran out of data. So it was Sinji. Okay, I'm just gonna call it Sushi. But either way, she or Shu or something. I cannot pronounce the name, but basically what I was saying before was that I kind of ran out of data for my other, ran out of data on my phone for my, when I was capturing the footage for the second game, which meant I did like 3 levels and it didn't capture any of that, which meant that I had to replay it because you are not able to well, you can replay levels, but the bells that are once there are just invisible bells and it won't show you the animation and everything, which to my opinion sucks. Anyways, here's the next boss. We just gotta swim away from it, but unfortunately, yeah, not too hard. We actually did miss a couple of bells, but you actually can just go and swim back to get them. But we're accidentally gonna get comboed by one of the fire things by accident. And now let's talk about the Super Cat, or Golden Cat, or basically Invincible Power Star, basically. This entire time, as long as you're a Golden Cat here, you have an invincibility, basically. But you do get this really catchy ass song, which was, if not my most favorite part about the game, actually, just listening to the song. I enjoyed it a lot. We also missed the first bell, which means that at one point, I'm assuming one of those like flower things, like running over to like either the sand castles or the... Sorry. Oh god, yawning. One of the flowers and shit that we needed to break in order to get the first bell itself. But yeah, that was the second boss. The second boss actually lives to see another day. But let's head on. I'm actually having a bit too much fun with the little bell thing right now, so I'm just like messing around and shit. I should probably be getting going, but I'm just messing around just listening to the music, because like I said before, it was my favorite part of the thing. But yeah, let's start on with the first bell and keep going. But yeah, so if you break all these sand castles, and then you should be able to get the thing.